Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Talkies podcast. This is the fourth episode.
It's the fourth episode.
I believe. So today these are gonna be our topics.
It's a busy one.
It's a busy one.
It's a very busy one.
Considering there's almost no news,
It's like nothing.
we had to come up with a couple of stuff.
There's stuff. We're late on two of them, and
Yeah, but one's appropriate.
one's appropriate.
Okay.
The other one's it's like just drawing straws.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
first one, we're gonna do an in-depth review of the new Spider-Man Homecoming movie.
Ooh.
The second thing, we're gonna be talking about Death Note and how fans are really unsure of everything going on in the new Netflix movie coming out on August 25th.
August 25th. Yeah.
August 25th.
Yeah.
And then the third thing, it's gonna be praising Matt Reeves for a bit.
Matt Reeves. If you don't know, first off, it's a mistake if you don't know who Matt Reeves is. But
He's fantastic.
Director, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, upcoming War for the Planet of the Apes, and the upcoming DCEU Batman standalone film.
And that's what we're mainly going to be talking about. What approaches he bringing to the movie. He has a couple quotes that we'll go through that he talks about the movie. But first, let's start off with another superhero, one that kind of rivals Batman.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! Just right off the bat, what'd you think of it?
I loved it. I loved it.
Jesus.
Like,
Don't
come on.
fanboy.
It was so good.
It was good.
It was good. It was like, it wasn't. First off, it wasn't Spider-Man 3.
Exactly.
That was my biggest worry. This film, when it was announced, it was like, okay, guys, we got Vulture in this film, and we got two Shockers, and we got the Tinkerer, and it's just like, wow, this has more villains than Spider-Man 3 and the Amazing Spider-Man 2. What the hell is Marvel doing? But then I remembered, oh wait, this is Kevin Feige we're talking about here, and he usually doesn't screw anything up, except for Thor the Dark World
Thor
and
sucks.
the Incredible Hulk. Anyway, Age of Ultron.
Jesus.
And so I was skeptical, still happy,
Yeah.
like that this movie was coming. I wanted Black Panther first, but that's a whole other issue.
It's okay. It just
Trailer
got pushed back
drops.
once.
I thought they gave a lot away in the trailer. Then when I
Yes.
watched the film, they didn't. They still gave
Really? Because they still spoiled one of the
No.
best sequences.
which one oh wait,
The
this
boat.
is a spoiler review.
Yeah, very spoiler.
Very
heavy.
spoil. If you didn't watch the movie, you know what? We still need the views, so stay here. I don't care if we spoil it or not. Okay, whatever.
So,
Look.
okay, so what you have to understand about the movie is that it's Sony and Marvel pairing up, where kind of Marvel does all the heavy lifting and Sony just puts their name on it.
So the whole thing is that Sony distributes the film,
Yeah.
and they rake in, and I swear this is true, all the profits
That's fucked
for
up.
this film.
That's fucked up.
And so they rake in all the profits. What Marvel gets is Spider-Man in their films,
Yeah.
and merchandising.
Yeah.
And you got to know that they're gonna make a ton off of toys.
so
Okay,
much, so
I
much.
I want a Spider-Man. I love that suit. I want one. I want an action figure.
Okay, so let's get into the big beats of the movie.
Yeah, let's see what we liked.
Okay, so first, I love the beginning. I love the vlogging.
That was really funny.
Because it's a nice way to modernize the... wow. Modernize.
Modernize.
Exactly, Nick. The hero with the times of now, but also showing how much of a kid he is.
Yeah, he's just having fun with it. He's like, I don't know why I'm in Germany. Let's just vlog everything, see what happens.
And I like how I always love movies where you see the same actions but from a different perspective, like Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, it's just so cool because you're watching it from a different point of view, and you're like, whoa, this is what he was seeing. He was seeing like, and he's like, oh, who's that new guy? And it's like, okay, so I mean, we saw Black Panther do that epic like fall down or superhero landing in Civil War, but Tom Holland's just seeing this guy in a black suit, like, oh, who's that?
It's awesome. Like, that's why. So that the beginning part was fantastic. This is a positive, despite the way I'm gonna say it sounds like a negative.
Okay,
there was a lot of downtime with Peter Parker, and like the movie slowed down, and I thought that was a good thing.
Yeah, I honestly loved how much time we spent.
Yeah.
with Peter Parker.
Because the biggest problem that I think the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 had was that it was a lot of financial decisions. Like, we need to have Peter do this, then we need Peter to do this, then we need him to become Spider-Man. It felt like a lot of like weird financial decisions.
You know
like,
why the Amazing
people like
Spider-Man-
skateboards. We'll have them skateboard.
You know why that film was made, right?
So they can just retain the
So
license.
they could just retain the license, because I'm fairly certain, and I think
Marvel would have taken it.
I think this applies to Fox too. If they don't come out with a a Spider-Man or a Fantastic Four or an X-Men film every 5 years,
they
lose the rights.
Someone else can buy off the rights.
Right.
Yeah. And Marvel
they get right there.
will swap all of those.
Don't you just want that to happen?
Yes.
Though? Like, I just...
Oh, God. Okay. That's not the point. So, that was really good. I really like the Aunt May, Peter Parker relationship.
It felt more natural.
Yeah, it wasn't like Grandma and Tobey Maguire.
Okay, look. I like that Aunt May. Sally Field just did not do it for me because they gave her a bunch of subplots where, oh, she's a nurse now.
Yeah, God.
Oh, wow, and now I have to care about Aunt May. I don't give a shit about Aunt May. Marissa Tomei makes me give a shit about Aunt May. I liked her character.
This isn't okay. Like, this what I'm about to say is not a version of Homecoming, but there was a version of early scripts where Aunt May got raped. Like
where did you hear this?
Exactly, and it was a leaked script going around right after Spider-Man 3. Like, that weird in between moment where we had no Spider-Mans,
where we thought Spider-Man 4 was coming,
exactly.
But then Sam Raimi was like, "Nah, screw this. I'm not doing this again."
Okay, so we like that part. What did you think of the villain? Did you like it?
Okay. Personally, I really like Michael Keaton.
Okay.
But I thought his Vulture was great. I really did like Vulture. Okay. I liked him a lot more than almost every other MCU movie villain we got.
I'll say, does he break that Marvel curse of every villain is shit?
For me, he does.
By Tom Hiddleston?
For me, he does. For me, he ranks up there with Loki, Killgrave, Kingpin. Is there another Marvel villain that we like?
There's no more. There's just those four.
There's Jeff Bridges. He's not that bad.
Still not good, though.
He's there with the big suit. He's like, what are you going to do now, Tony? I have a bigger suit than you. And Tony's just like, I'm Tony frickin' Stark. What do you think's going to happen here?
It's just like, not a good villain.
No, I mean,
okay.
Vulture I did like. I like Michael Keaton because, I don't know, he was a regular guy. Like,
he felt relatable for the first time. Yeah.
What I really liked about this film was, okay, it's still a big budget superhero film. It just felt smaller to me. Like, it combined, as every person involved with this movie will say, John Hughes-esque Breakfast Club with Marvel. Yeah, because every high schooler in that film had issues.
Yeah.
Like Tony, like I really like the fact that I can go from Spider-Man fighting the Shocker to Peter Parker learning how to tie a tie.
Yeah, no,
like, it's the little things that I really liked about this film.
Yeah, like for example, just to paint you a picture of how this movie felt as a whole for me. My favorite part in Civil War is when, obviously it's the airport scene, but there's a section in the airport scene where Peter's holding up, I think, like debris or like something, and then
he's talking to Cap.
Yeah, and then Cap goes, "Where are you from, kid?" He goes, "Brooklyn," and he said,
Queens,
and then Captain America says, "Brooklyn."
And she's like, "Oh, they're still there."
No, the whole point is that all the characters get humanized in a way you're like, yes, that's not just a person in a movie I'm watching. It's like a person that could exist in real life.
I think that's why people like Spider-Man a lot, because he's still just a relatable kid. And that's why I liked Vulture, because Vulture was a guy...
Like, he was a scavenger, like a vulture.
Vulture wasn't... Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Vulture wasn't really a villain. He's just a guy who had a salvage company, him and his buddies.
Yeah.
And, they came in, they got the contract, clean up the battle in New York. All of a sudden, Tony Stark comes in, and he's like, hold up! Not happening. I clean up the messes that I start now. Yeah. And so then Vulture's just like, and still, he's not really still a bad guy.
He just kind of kills the guy by mistake.
He didn't even want to kill the guy. He disintegrates one of the Shockers, and he goes, I thought this was the anti-gravity gun.
Well,
and Tinkerer goes, no, that's all the way on the other side of the room. He's like, so what's this? He's like, it's the incinerator. Jesus. And you're just like, oh, okay.
And everything he's doing is for his family.
Yeah.
So
that was a cool little twist, by the way.
I like how in the after credit scene, his morals really get ironed out. So, for example, he doesn't kill Peter because Peter saved his daughter. So he does have a moral code.
Yeah, he still does. He badly beats Peter.
Yeah.
But it's still to the point where he still goes for the technology to sell.
Exactly. And then the after credits scene where he's talking with Scorpion in the prison, he can tell Scorpion who Spider-Man is, and he chooses not to.
Yeah, he's like, if I knew who he was, he'd be dead already. And I'm like, whoa, another layer to Vulture's character.
Exactly. Like, so it's good to know that maybe, hopefully, this could be the start of a new wave of of villains to come. Thing is, also Spider-Man is gifted with having a fantastic rogues gallery.
Turns out we're not getting any of the really good ones, though.
God damn it. Either way, first, okay, by the way, for just since we're talking about that prison scene, at first I thought that was Cletus Cassidy until I saw the tattoo.
He was rumored to originally be playing Carnage. Michael Mondo, when he was originally cast in the film, rumors started flying that, oh, Carnage is coming, here's Carnage, and all of a sudden, no, Scorpion.
No, Scorpion.
Which okay. I'm you know what? No, I'd want him as Carnage. I feel like he'd be a sick Carnage.
Carnage has to be a psychopath. Okay, so since now, I believe, is there any more goodness you want to talk about the movie? Because I have
there's a big one.
Yeah.
Tony Stark is not in the film that much.
And it's really good because he doesn't steal the show.
So perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever want to know how to use a character so minimally but so perfectly, it's him. He shows up at the beginning to talk to Peter, saying, no, listen, stay close to the ground, chill out, take on, like, common criminals here. Yeah. We'll call you. Shows up again midway, like Iron Man rescues him once. Shows up he's got, like, what, 5 scenes in this film?
Not even. It just, and I like how he's consistent.
Yeah.
Like, everything with him is like, my dad was really shitty to me. I don't want to be really shitty to you.
I love that relationship that they're doing. Yeah. Okay? Like, I like that little, like, because you can see Stark's got to redeem himself. Okay, he's screwed up.
Yeah,
like, he's just, well, Avengers are broken. That's my fault. Avengers are broken because of Ultron. That's my fault.
Yeah, like he's the cause of a lot of problems in this. But I like. Okay, now can we finally get into the things I don't like about this movie?
Oh, okay, go.
Okay, first off, I love the twist that the Vulture is Liz's dad.
I really did like that.
All right, but that's a double-edged sword because then it becomes really shit 2 minutes after into thinking about it. Because that means that's just another villain that has a personal relation to Peter Parker in one of these movies.
Yeah.
In all of the movies thus far, I think...
Yeah, Green Goblin with Harry.
Both Green Goblins.
Doc Ock was like a mentor to Peter.
Yeah, Sandman killed his grandfather.
Eddie Brock just sucks. We don't talk about
Eddie Brock was his co-worker.
We don't talk about Topher Grace. That's true. Kirk Connors worked with his dad.
Yeah.
And then Electro.
Yeah, Electro. Let's say there's one
the worst Spider-Man villain ever.
I'll say there's one odd person out and it was Electro.
Oh wait, no. And the Rhino. Remember the Rhino? Paul Giamatti played him in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay, that wasn't Rhino.
The Rhino.
No, you're not. You're nothing. Okay, but
oh my god, and Green Goblin again.
And then Green Goblin again, same thing. So like it felt like Vulture just was like another person in that category.
I'll give that to you.
And like that's not something I like, but it's passable, and it doesn't hinder the movie that much.
See, because it's
just a minor knockback.
I like how when they're in the car driving, Liz is just throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, I know.
Every sentence. Yeah, Peter disappears at Washington, and Spider-Man came and saved him. And he always skips class, and you know what? Then we hear about Spider-Man rescuing someone. And Adrian Toomes is just like, oh, is that right? Oh, cool. All right.
I like how he was actually smart, the villain. He actually figured it out. He's Spider-Man, unlike every other villain that's supposedly a genius but can't figure out an obvious kid. Well, not as obvious as Superman, but it's pretty easy to deduce that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Look, as soon as Vulture goes, all right, Liz, you head into the dance. I'm gonna have the dad talk with Peter, and he just pulls out that pistol. I'm like,
bro,
damn.
That was good suspense. Like from the moment the door was open to the end of the car scene, the suspense in there. I actually felt like somewhat worried for Peter's safety.
See that, but still, Vulture gives him the opportunity. He's like, dude, get out now. Just let me provide for my family. Yeah. And you know what I really love?
Provide a good time for my daughter. That's all I care.
I really loved that when Peter does escape and he leaves the gym. He goes, I gotta go. I gotta leave, Liz. I'm sorry. Shocker's waiting for him.
Yeah.
Like Vulture was just like, listen, you're gonna stay here. If you see this dumbass kid come up, you shock him. All right. And he even says, he's like, dude, Vulture told you. Yeah. Just go give his daughter a nice time.
Yeah. Just movie. Like that's the thing. A lot of the faults I have do have a positive to them in some way or another. So, for example, another problem that I have. It's not a problem. It's just a lot of people are comparing this movie to Spider-Man 2, the second Sam Raimi movie. And the thing is, that one is the best one thus far.
It is.
Homecoming
No.
is not as good as it.
I still put Homecoming above the original. Like, I think it's the second best Spider-Man movie we've gotten.
Because it's not an origin story.
But is it an origin story?
No, it's
Think about it.
It's an origin into him being a better Spider-Man, but not like he gets bit, Uncle Ben dies, but right before Uncle Ben tells him, with great powers comes great responsibility. Like, we saw that. We don't need that. We get like a very
I love the little hint.
We got like 3 hints, I think, where he says, "Don't tell Aunt May this. She's been through a lot. She can't take something else."
And you're just like, damn, yeah,
I
Uncle
get it.
Ben's
I
dead.
know.
Perfect, that's it.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you, John Watts.
Okay, this movie's, I think, biggest praise is that they already had a pre-dead Uncle Ben.
Oh my god, I was so... Because I don't want to see freaking Martin Sheen die again. And then Andrew Garfield goes, "Oh, Uncle Ben. Oh, God. Oh, no, Uncle Ben." Or Tobey Maguire's ugly-ass crying face.
And this movie does not end with a funeral.
Wow, how great. You know what? No one died.
No one died.
No one died.
I thought the Vulture was going to die,
That
but
was
then
the
he didn't.
biggest praise I have for this film. Marvel didn't kill Vulture.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton has only signed on for one Spider-Man film. However, if there's any character I want back, it's him. Because he's just a normal dude. There was no world-ending event. Like, okay, I loved Wonder Woman, and the first 2 acts are fantastic for me. But when Ares shows up and is some CGI bloated fest, I was like, all right, whatever. I still like seeing Gal Gadot kick ass.
Yeah.
Right? She's still great for me. What I loved about the third act of this film is it was just Spider-Man versus Vulture, and the whole thing is he's just stealing some weapons.
And he saves Vulture in the end.
And he saves Vulture in the end.
The whole point... Okay, so... I think we concurred this was a really good movie. It was a really good outing. I think it was better than Guardians 2.
It smoked Guardians. Look, Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite MCU film, but Guardians 2, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like, I love it. Like, that was a smaller film.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me like the first one
No,
did.
and I think I just...
Probably because of those stupid gold people.
Jesus. Well, they're making Adam Warlock, so we could potentially get a really good...
I thought Adam Warlock was in the cocoon in the Collector's Lair.
Apparently
Are
not.
you telling me that stupid gold lady went to the Collector and said, "Listen, bud, I need that cocoon"?
Or they just made it out of scratch.
So then who the hell was in that cocoon?
No, apparently nobody. So, all right, now continuing on, just so
Out of 10, what do you give Spider-Man?
an 8.
Okay, I give it like an 8.7.
It's a solid 8.
Yeah.
It's not an 8.7.
Me and JJ both gave it an 8.8.
It's really good. I just think that this movie, it will really show its colors the next time you watch it. So, for example, every time when the movie has a twist... God damn it, Nick. Every time when you watch a movie that has a twist, if you can rewatch the movie and then the beginning of it is somehow changes the movie in a way, it becomes instantly fantastic. Like, just the example I can give. If you watch The Sixth Sense, first time, never knew the twist hits you, you're like, wow, that's a good twist. But if you rewatch the movie, suddenly there is so much more to be seen in the movie.
Yeah, because then you start pinpointing like little things where you're like, I should have known there. I should have known there.
Exactly.
I should have known there. Like,
so exactly. And well, okay, another bad thing about the twist is that a lot of people that some people that I watched the movie with, they said it was predictable. They said, how funny would it be if the moment you open the door it was Vulture? And then surely enough, you don't want to have a predictable twist. But then again, this twist wasn't like detrimental to the movie. It didn't complete... Like, if it was bad, I wouldn't say it would kill the movie.
what I did like is that he didn't end up with Liz.
Yeah, no, Liz moves away.
Liz moves away, and I really like that because it's not like at the end of, oh my god, Amazing Spider-Man, hey, don't keep any promises you can't keep. Yeah, but those are the best kind.
It's the worst. It's so terrible.
It's just not that good. But I also like, you know what I really did like? The little Zendaya. Zendaya doesn't have a lot to do in this film.
She's everywhere, though.
She is everywhere. She's like a really good background character in this film. She's there. She has some funny lines, and then in the end, boom,
She's
MJ.
Okay, now...
Like, she'll have a bigger role in the sequel.
Okay, if you're a person that loves having the comic book being directly translated to the movie, like 100%, you're not going to like some of the changes made in this. So, MJ...
Like, her name's Michelle Jones.
Yeah, like, so, for example, name's different. Her personality from the comics is, like, very, very different.
I'm just glad I didn't like Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane.
Terrible. And Flash Thompson, He's different. Like
They tried to modernize him. That's what they went with.
They did. I know. Like, thing is, if you grew up in the 80s, every bully was tall in the football team.
Yeah.
Had a varsity jacket on and picked on you and stole your lunch money.
Walked in groups, always thought, hey, bro.
Yeah. But the thing is, bullies nowadays are not like that. Bullies are just that one shit kid. That's
smug rich kids who think they own everything.
Exactly. They just talk shit to your face.
A bunch of kids like that in Woodbridge.
So, like, that part, like, I like the change, but if you're a purist, you're not gonna like it. Something else. Did you notice how they they point out that Aunt May's very attractive 4 times in the beginning?
I love Tony Stark in this film.
Tony Stark, the waiter.
He's like,
oh,
because Peter's like, I think the waiter's in love with you, and then Aunt May's just like, what was that?
God, she is hot.
Yeah, well, it's Marissa Tomei. What do you expect? I mean, like, but no, looks aside, I did think she was a really good character. Like,
yeah, no, she was fantastic.
Yeah.
She played exactly the role she was meant to play. Like, she was supposed to be the supportive aunt who's not always, her one trait is worrying.
She's half mom, half bigger sister who knows Peter's like growing
exactly.
up, but she still wants to be there.
It's a very aunt relationship, not a mother or grandmother relationship that we saw in the previous one.
You know what scene I really liked?
Which one?
When she's trying to teach Peter how to dance, and Tom Holland's just like super awkward and he's not moving, and I'm like, this guy's Spider-Man. Yeah, that was the other thing. Sorry, before we move on, I thought Tom Holland was perfect.
The best Spider-Man.
Yeah, he is the best Spider-Man.
He's the best Spider-Man.
Listen, I'm sorry, Tobey Maguire fans out there, but for me, I thought Tobey Maguire was a really good Peter Parker.
But a bad Spider-Man.
Not the best Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield was not a good Peter Parker.
But
he was way too hot to be Peter Parker.
He has way too cool of a hair for him to be a loser.
No one looks like that and is a giant loser.
Yeah, no way.
But his Spider-Man, I thought, was great.
Yeah, because he was funny. He was relatable. And
like the whole quips and everything. Like, he just had it and everything.
And then Tom Holland was the best of both.
Yeah, he was both.
That one scene where he's just in the bank and he's kind of like trying to figure out which way to approach. He leans and he's like, no, that's not cool enough.
He's like, what's my superhero pose here now?
Yeah, like he just felt like a kid. All right. I believe, okay, so we
turning the table now.
Yeah, turning the table now too. What could potentially be really shit, and I have a problem with every fiber of it except for Ryuk. We're talking about Death Note. Now,
more specifically, the Netflix adaptation of Death Note directed by, I think his name's Adam Wingard.
Doesn't matter. He might do a shit job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably will. Sorry, Adam. Look, I'm excited for Godzilla versus King Kong, but
yeah,
it's just okay. Look, okay. First up, do you have any? I think a lot of people have an issue with the casting. First off, because obviously it's a Japanese anime. Got all characters are now white. Yeah. I think that's the leading issue.
Okay.
I mean, look, race aside, this film just looks trash.
Yes,
like what they're doing with it and the story.
Yeah.
Like I don't think this film would be better if they had Japanese actors playing it.
No,
like, I've seen the Japanese live action adaptation.
If the script is bad, doesn't matter
who's playing.
What race is it?
You could have a frog playing Light, and it's still not going to be good.
Okay, well let me just explain some of the biggest problems I have right off the bat, so you guys understand. So I do like Ryuk. He does seem like he's a very faithful adaptation. The only problem is it seems like Ryuk and Light's relationship is going to be very, very different.
It just seems like nicer. Is that?
It seems more friendly.
Yeah.
But something I like a lot about Ryuk is that he did not, in the original anime, in the manga, he does not give a shit about Light. He just uses Light as a way just,
fun.
I'm bored. He seems like a guy that would fuck things up.
I think that's the best
Let's
part
just
of
do it.
The anime.
It is. Well, okay, my favorite part's L, but we'll get into why this adaptation looks like it's just so shit.
The thing, okay, first off, Willem Dafoe's voice, terrific.
Yeah.
Like, because
he looks like a death god.
He brought
his face is disgusting.
You know what? I think I can add Willem Dafoe to that group of actors who just look like they haven't aged in like 20 years.
That's
like
true.
Him, Patrick Stewart, Morgan Freeman. I think Patrick Stewart's like always just been bald and like that.
You know what's funny? Just since we're talking about Willem Dafoe, I can't remember the name of I can't remember the name of the director, but someone said that Willem Dafoe has a very weird looking penis.
Why do I feel like it's Oliver Stone?
I don't know. There's a director that in an interview Cause like he had to show his penis in a scene, Willem Dafoe, and he goes, yeah, it was weird looking, and we couldn't stop staring at it. It was just so weird.
I don't even. Oh, Lars von Trier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy. So the guy who did. You know what? He's a weird dude. So you know what? I get it.
It's messed up. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, back into Death Note.
Apparently, it's confusingly large.
Yeah,
How is it confusingly large?
That's the quote. Confusingly large. So, back to Death Note.
Please.
One of the things that my favorite part about the entire show is L. L's relationship with Light brings an interesting dynamic. They're both equally geniuses, but they're vastly different characters in terms of their moral spectrums and where they fall in. And that's where I believe the anime just became an all-time great. And then, if you ever... Okay, I'm not going to spoil what happens to L, but right after that, the show shit. The show...
You think?
I don't like the show. I don't like Nier.
Wait, who's the other guy? It's Nier. Oh, Mello. I liked Mello.
Mello's good. I don't like Nier. Nier is like Diet
Nier pissed me
L.
off. No, he is Diet L.
It's N. Get it?
Ah!
L, N. Okay, whatever. That's not the point. Even though M comes between. That's not the point.
It's just...
Mello. L, M. Okay,
Stop. Just don't do this.
Dumb connections aside.
Don't do this to yourself.
In the movie, L is portrayed as a guy that's already out in the open by the time Kira comes into play, and
okay, hold on. Sorry.
I don't like that.
we're gonna link the trailer in the description below.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. Like,
go watch it.
In the anime, L is he's in the shadows. He operates with Watari, and
and he's very like
he's there, and
he's very
and
paranoid
Yeah.
and sleep deprived. And this guy, he looks like he's perfectly awake. He just looks like he's mad.
Why is he covering his face?
I don't know. But L, I think there was an instance of 2 times, I think, where L got mad.
He straight up says, "I'm gonna burn you down," which makes me think, how much are they cutting out?
I don't know.
And how fast is this movie gonna? Because okay, look, the anime is like what 40 episodes?
Not even.
Maybe,
I think it's like 34.
It might be mid-30s episodes.
But it doesn't look like they're gonna cover the last 12 episodes. It's just like it's the first 24 and then that's it.
So then, spoilers right now. So you're saying that this movie might end with L's death?
I don't think it's gonna end with L's death, but certainly
If it doesn't, I'm actually gonna get pissed.
We're not gonna touch on Nier. We're not gonna touch on Mello. Oh, actually, no. Actually, I think Mello might be confirmed, and so might be Nier. I don't know. Just check that really quickly, just so I know how far in the timeline we're going. While Nick's doing that, this movie is treading on waters that should never be treaded. For example, the last anime movie that took a section.
Mello's not in the film. Neither is Nier.
Okay, so this movie is doing what I think it's the worst thing they could possibly do. The Last Airbender.
Adapt an anime.
Yes. Okay. No anime movies have been good. Live action ones. There's a lot of really good regular ones, like Star of Milos, Full Metal Alchemist.
If you love anime, you might want to check out TalkiesNetwork.com because we're watching all of the Studio Ghibli films this month.
Yes, and
Artur's going to be reviewing them all.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
So for example, The Last Airbender, they took the first section of the anime, which was all about the Water Tribe, and they condensed all of that into one movie. And it was shit because they cut out main plot points. They cut out a lot of character development, to make way for, the big 3 action scenes that you need to have in the movie.
Remember when they thought that was going to be a franchise?
Yeah, because they actually alluded to the second book. It was stupid. So the thing is, it looks like Death Note's doing the exact same thing. They're taking 20 or so episodes and they're condensing it to a 2-hour movie.
Well, Misa Amane's in this film too.
Yeah, she's already in the beginning.
In this film, her name's Mia Sutton. The thing is that she doesn't appear until when?
To 12 episodes.
Yeah, 12 episodes in.
By the time Kita's already up and going, L's already fully into the investigation. His dad. Okay, so one of the things that I really liked about the anime.
What the hell is L working with the cops?
I don't know. It seems stupid, but L seems like he's gonna be from the trailer. This could be very different. Trailers sometimes are very misleading of the final product.
I'm all for if this film is great. I'm happy. Maybe, just maybe, it is a good film. It won't be.
From the time of recording, the trailer has gotten around 34 likes. 34,000 and 47,000 dislikes. So people are not liking this trailer. From what I've read,
it's Ghostbusters all over again.
That, and they only like Ryuk.
Well, I only like Ryuk.
So do I.
I mean,
but,
yeah.
But it just, we'll see how it goes. My biggest fears are that L's going to be portrayed extremely wrong from what I know him as.
Yeah.
It's going to feel like The Last Airbender, where they just squish a bunch of story materials into 2 hours. And that Light is not going to be... So, in order to understand Light sees himself as a god. He sees himself, like, apart from everyone else. And from the trailer, it looks like Misa is the one that tells him, we can do this. He's not a person
no, he doesn't need Misa. He's just leading her along.
And from the trailer, it implies that Light did not use the notebook until Ryuk showed up. In the anime, Light was already far along into the Death Note by the time Ryuk showed up.
Because there's instructions in the Death Note. He's like saying, he goes, oh, well, it's in the book. Ryuk put rules. Whoever's name's written in this book, they die. So why does Light even need Ryuk? But in this, he goes, how do I use this book? It's in the book, bro. It's in the book.
Well, we'll see. And like the last big thing before we cut this discussion short is that it looks like Light will be. It's weird, but it looks like this is gonna be a little action packed than the anime, and it looks like we're not gonna get as much inner monologues as we got in the anime. You know how in the anime at least 4 times per episode, like
time, just talking to himself,
time would stop. If it was L talking, the background would turn blue,
right? And then if it was
Light, it'd be red. And then we got the inner monologue of what they were thinking.
I love those.
The thing is, those were good because one, it gave you exposition in a smart way, but second, none of it had to be spoken. Everyone was silent. Everyone was fake. It was fantastic. This, it looks like they're very outspoken. Like, for example, as you said in the trailer, Light fully says, "I'm gonna burn you."
You just because I don't understand.
L's calculating.
Why is L doing a press conference?
I don't know.
Look, I'm not a purist, like like how you said with Spider-Man. Some characters changed. I'm all for directors putting
interpretations.
Their own interpretation. Because if no one could do that, I don't think we would have gotten like Heath Ledger's Joker. Let's say, but like there are certain things that you have to keep.
Unless it's there are certain
unless it enhances the character or it like betters them,
like Heath Ledger.
Yeah, like Heath Ledger put his own spin on the Joker. He was still the Joker, but that is Heath Ledger's Joker.
Okay, yeah, thing you have to understand is that it's hard to define what makes a character a character. Like it's hard to define. And this is like to have an objective view.
Yeah.
Like everyone can say what makes Batman, but objectively there's a lot of things that people differ about. What
right, because every writer puts their own spin on them, and every director puts their own spin on it.
But the thing is, there are key fundamental bases for each character, and the moment you take away 1 or 2 or 3 of those traits, they're no longer the character.
Right.
And the thing is, L, that's my character. That's the character I believe he is, and it doesn't seem like he's gonna be portrayed that way. Neither does Light or Misa.
Light's a bullied teen in this one. He's not like the straight A son of the cop.
Everyone loves him. Everyone loves Light in the original anime. They're like, ooh, Light. He got
into the big school. Yeah. His test scores are fantastic. Here, he's some bullied emo kid who doesn't know who he wants to be.
Jesus, whatever.
He wants to seek revenge on the people who made his life miserable. Life's not miserable in the comic or in the anime. He's a guy who finds this notebook and it just further enhances his ego, and that's all I'm going to say about this. Screw this entire movie. Netflix, just stick to, like Stranger Things.
Yeah, okay. And 13 Reasons Why. Okay.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, no. Thing is, if this movie actually has the feel of 13 Reasons Why, it kind of works, but...
I just want Light who just sees himself as a god. I don't need Light who's like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. Hey, Ryuk, how do I use this book? Write the names in the book, kill everyone. That's all I want.
I just need to eat a chip.
I just want
the chip scene.
Yeah, that's it.
That's good. Okay, so
just go to something happier.
Okay, so on a better note, a hopeful note is because we haven't seen anything of the movie yet. All we had is like brief comments on Matt Reeves, but the new Batman movie that he is directing. Now, Matt Reeves, I love him. Nick loves him. He's so good.
He's one of my favorite directors working
today. God, he's just Rise, Dawn, and now apparently War is a masterpiece.
Rise. Whoa.
He didn't direct.
He didn't do Rise. I do love Rise, though. Yeah. I think it's a good film. Rupert Wyatt did a good job on it.
Yeah, he did.
However, Dawn,
fantastic.
Wow.
Okay, but that's not the point. Matt Reeves is fantastic in every way whatsoever.
He wasn't the original director for this film?
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be
Affleck.
Yeah, but
But
then he dropped off.
Affleck wanted to focus on the writing, which I'm all for because I love Affleck's writing.
Yeah, Argo.
I like Argo.
Yeah,
I know
it's good.
However,
The Town.
they just Argo's very inaccurate though. It's like The Imitation Game. I love The Imitation Game, but
'Kay.
like Argo's just so historically inaccurate.
Probably almost every movie is. Okay, but let's go back. So there's a couple quotes from Matt Reeves. Two of them talk about the movie being more noir-esque.
Okay, so Matt Reeves has been going out and he's been like doing the rounds for War of the Planet of the Apes, and I can't stand this when people do this, but you know every interviewer has been asking him about Batman.
Exactly.
Which, dude, first off, just focus on War for the Planet of the Apes. That's what he's there to promote.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
not
you're-
even out yet.
Look, I know you're excited about Batman. So am I. I love Ben Affleck and I love Matt Reeves, and them together, wow.
That's
okay?
one of the reasons why Ben Affleck dropped out. He was promoting a movie, and all interviewers had to ask him was about Batman. He says, "Chill, that movie's still a long ways out.
Because
I'm promoting this one."
All these rumors start circling around that, oh, Ben Affleck's script is terrible. Oh, Ben Affleck is dropping out of the Batman. I'm like, okay, no, he's not. That needs to be said. Ben Affleck is not dropping out of the Batman character. He he just kept saying, we're writing it.
Trying to make it as best as possible. Just give us some time.
If he wants to take 5 years to write this film and then we get an incredible Batman film, I don't care. Do it, because I know that he's not going to make... He even said, he's like, okay, that was the other thing. So Ben Affleck comes out and says, I'm not going to make a Batman film that I'm not proud of. So, of course, rumors. Oh, Ben Affleck doesn't like his own film.
Yeah.
How did you get that from...
Jesus.
Like, how did you get that from, I just want to take my time with this film? And it caused him to drop out of directing because he just wants to focus on acting and writing.
Yeah.
They bring in Matt Reeves, who I think is just stellar.
Fantastic decision.
What a fantastic choice. So he's making the rounds for War of the Planet of the Apes. Of course, they ask him what kind of Batman film he wants to make. And he says... which I think is great.
Yeah.
He wants to make more of a detective film.
Yes.
More of neo-noir detective Batman.
It's just such a smart...
I love it because Batman's the world's greatest detective.
Yeah.
And I think that none of the past films have done that. Michael Keaton's not a detective.
No.
We don't talk about Kilmer and Clooney.
He wants to get nuts.
Let's get nuts. And like Christian Bale, as much as I love him, he was not a detective either. He did
one piece of detective, which was the bullet in the fucking brick, but that made no sense. It literally, how do you get the fingerprint of a bullet that you reconstructed by shooting other bullets into... Well, that's not the point. Just that part of the movie is the bad part. But the fact that Matt Reeves is talking about making this more of a detective movie, it's something that's so natural, something so obvious that you're surprised that one wasn't made before. But I can honestly just picture everyone in like writing the script. So the goes, okay, so this Batman movie, it's gonna be about this, and this. Detective? Nah, it's too difficult. It's too difficult.
Nah, whatever. Let's just not do that.
Let's go to the next
Let's
one.
just have him go. Where are we going today?
Exactly.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
So it's weird, but it's I like if the movie comes out the way I think Matt Reeves wants it to be, I think it could very well not rival The Dark Knight, but it could be like it's.
I think if anyone,
it'll be as good, but in its own separate field.
I think if anyone wants to rival The Dark Knight, it's gonna be Reeves' Batman film. Okay, look. This is
think
what
of
he
another
said.
director. Okay, is there another director that you would like? Like, let's say Matt Reeves wasn't doing this.
I think I wrote about this. Didn't I write about this?
You probably did.
Yeah.
I think you wrote like top like something directors.
Yeah,
that should
no,
direct
okay.
Batman.
So my first choice was Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
Like he was my first choice to direct it.
That's the
my
whole
second
point.
choice was Talkies never got it right. I also said David Fincher because David Fincher was rumored to be directing a Batman film prior to Nolan. Mm-hmm. And then when Nolan did his films and then DCEU kicked off, they wanted Fincher again.
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't happen. No. But Reeves has always been my pick to direct a Batman film. You want to know why? This is what he said. He goes, when I see Batman, what I find so interesting is he reminds me of Caesar. Well, if he makes a Batman film in the vein of Dawn or of War of the Planet of the Apes...
Jesus.
Like, okay, so he goes, he's a character with a really troubled past who's grappling with himself to try to do the right thing in a corrupt world. That is Gotham City.
Yeah.
It is so... He has it.
Okay, the biggest problem that I had with Batman... Okay, so keep in mind, every single Batman movie that's been good has not really been because of Batman.
Well, BVS is, for you, watchable because of Ben Affleck.
It is, but the movie's not good.
I think it's good.
That's not the point.
We're not getting into this.
We're not getting into this. Thing is, Batman 89 is good because of Jack Nicholson. Good because Tim Burns' directing, I think, is phenomenal. The atmospheric tone he gives to everything.
So he gave a real noir feel.
Yes, and I would love to bring that back because although I love the Nolan trilogy, I like the realism. I miss a comic book movie.
Yeah, okay, so Nolan... See, that's where I think, like, Nolan really tried to ground it in the real world. Like,
It was a crime drama, would just so happen to have a guy dressed like a bat.
When Nolan went to Warner Brothers, he actually said, he goes, I am more than happy to make this Batman film for you, but there will not be a single other superhero in this film except for Batman and his rogues gallery. And even so, a bunch of people had issues with Tom Hardy's Bane, but I guess that's the most real version of Bane
that you could possibly
I still would have made him Spanish. I don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Tom Hardy's Bane, but like
I understand the no Venom thing, I get it. But yeah,
he's just a jacked dude. I mean,
you could just hire like a Spanish actor.
They think that Wonder Woman's Dr. Poison is going to be the cause of the DCEU's Bane should he ever make an appearance.
That makes sense.
I wouldn't mind that. It's kind of like Dr.
Natural.
Poison, passes it on to like a kid and just passed on, and then it somehow ends up in Bane. That's something that I would feel like is a cool connection.
That makes sense. Just okay. So
getting back to Matt Reeves.
So just getting back to what I was saying about Batman is that Batman's never the best part in a good Batman movie. In The Dark Knight, it was Heath Ledger. In Batman Begins, I do like the movie, but it's more Nolan's direction is what made the movie good, not individual performances, because I actually don't like much of the performances in that movie.
How good is Hans Zimmer's score, though?
That's the other thing. The score also propels it. Also,
personally, I like Liam Neeson.
Danny Elfman in Batman 89.
Sorry, Danny Elfman's doing the music for Justice League.
Okay, just that's the point. He's a fantastic composer. I love him. That's not the issue. Thing is, all these movies have not really brought forefront the duality of Batman. Like,
oh, you're right. No, they haven't.
No, that's something that the Spider-Man movies do very good in.
God, I'm just realizing that it's
none of them do Batman justice. Thing is, in Spider-Man, the movies are really good because the duality of Spider-Man really comes out, and also Dr. Octavius is fantastic. That's the point.
Love Doc Ock.
But the duality of him shows of Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Yeah, like him struggling. Sorry, that's why I liked Homecoming so much.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but we were talking about this beforehand. Thing is, with the Batman, if this movie can show the duality between Batman and Bruce Wayne, then I believe that this will be the best Batman-driven movie that's ever come out, because none of the other movies are Batman-driven.
So Reeves has said that he also wants to make a villain-heavy movie, and we already have Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke.
Yes.
Would you want because we've already gotten half the Suicide Squad is Batman villains, so would you want
no keep none of them are in there.
Hold on,
take all of them out.
Yeah,
if the Joker touches this movie, I swear to God,
I like Jared Leto.
I hate Jared Leto's Joker.
No, so they're saying, the rumor is now going that Will Smith, Jared Leto, Killer Croc, Margot Robbie will make an appearance in this film in some capacity. Appearances
are okay. I understand having like a montage of like Batmaning around and messing everyone up.
I kind of want it to be like, okay, here's the prevailing theory for this film, Arkham Origins.
Yes.
Where,
I see what you mean. Like he's trapped inside Arkham.
Actually, yeah, but it's also like there's that one, but there's also
that's Arkham Asylum, not Arkham.
Is that
Origins.
Arkham Asylum?
That's
okay,
Arkham
that
Asylum.
was one of them.
Asylum is the one where he's trapped inside of Arkham with everyone.
That was one of the rumors.
Yeah, Origins is like his first couple of years as Batman.
Right. So they want to take him kind of fighting all these villains leading up to the Joker being the one who is in control of everything.
I hate that.
So the other prevailing rumor is that this film will take place exclusively in Arkham, and which I think
just make an Arkham movie. Just
it's not that hard.
Take the game. Okay. I would advise you guys do Arkham Asylum first and then do Arkham City next.
Wouldn't they just do... You know what? Don't even play Origins.
Don't play Origins. Take Arkham Asylum. Make that movie. And then make the sequel City. It's not difficult. There are people that have not played the games. People will love them. And people that have played the games will be like, you know what? Fantastic.
Because, see, it works because you could have your villain-heavy movie. And you can have, like, these really cool moments where, like, Affleck's trapped in Arkham, and maybe Will Smith is there, but he doesn't fight Will Smith. He just goes to him, asks him something, and
gets the fuck out.
And that's what we get from Deadshot, or like I don't know. Jared Leto's gonna be in this film.
I don't want him to.
What if they got rid of the damage tattoo?
Okay, if they got rid of all the tattoos because none of them make any sense.
They're only gonna get rid of the damaged one, if anything.
Get rid of all of them. Make him stop being okay. Thing is, Jared Leto. He never got out of character. He was a method actor, but he crossed the line between method actor and douchebag very hard in this movie.
You know how pissed he was when he saw Suicide Squad?
He's a guy. Apparently, thing is, everyone. Okay, now this is more of a Suicide Squad rant than anything else. Everyone's saying, "Man, Jared Leto, just this fantastic actor, never got out of character. He was so good." Everyone was praising Mark Robertson as the best actor he worked with. The director was saying he's a genius. How come we never saw any of that in the movie? There had to be someone behind the scene that goes, "Yeah, that's shit. Let's cut it out." Or that doesn't apply. Let's cut it out.
Before we get back to Matt Reeves, all I have to say is there was a bunch of boardroom executives who sat down with David Ayer and said, "Yes, a girl with a bat and a guy with a boomerang will take on a 6,000-year-old sorceress."
Jesus.
Go back to Matt Reeves before I get pissed off.
Matt Reeves. So we're excited for the movie that he is proposing. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Okay,
on how to bring this up. Yeah.
Okay, so the other reason why I have so much faith in Matt Reeves is someone asked him, "What do you think about making a new Batman trilogy?" And he said, "I just want to worry about the first one first."
Fantastic.
Okay. He goes, "I just want to make a really good Batman film, and then maybe do a little hints to something else," which is what I think Nolan did really well with Batman Begins.
Every movie he made, he never thought about the sequel.
Yeah, Batman Begins works on its own.
Yep.
Because he even says, right at the end, Gary Oldman gives Batman a card. He's just like, "There's a new guy in town. Here's his card." And it's just a Joker. And you're just like, "Oh, cool, Joker's in town. That's something."
Even The Dark Knight works by itself without Begins.
It absolutely does. Because the previous film, that film has like barely any connection to Ra's al Ghul in the League of Shadows.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm a little worried about Matt Reeves is that I don't want another "the city is in crisis, the city will get destroyed."
Which is why I want it strictly in Arkham.
Yeah.
Also, put Andy Serkis in the film. I don't care as what. Just Matt Reeves. Put Andy Serkis in this film.
God, he deserves an Oscar.
He deserves everything. Okay? Everything about Andy Serkis is fantastic.
Okay, so I believe that concludes our stroking of Matt Reeves' dick section that we have going on. I think that's all we have to talk about for today, Nick.
I love you, Matt Reeves.
So Nick, what should they check out?
You know what they should check out, Artur?
What?
Talkiesnetwork.com.
Oh shit!
What do we put there, Artur?
We put articles, we
Damn.
put news,
Whoa.
we put top 10s.
Whoa.
We do reviews.
We do.
We do more reviews.
We do editorials.
Oh, bam!
It's from me. It's from Artur. It's from the member you never hear about,
JJ.
You're not here. Woo! And you should subscribe on our YouTube channel, Talkies Network. Like this on YouTube. Probably gonna upload to SoundCloud too.
Yep.
Like it there. Comment whatever you want. I don't really care. For all I care, you can write about pickles. Like this video. Like this SoundCloud post. I don't know what they're called. And that's it. Artur, make sure you get that haircut.
I will. I got you.
All right. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.